So this Instagram post was posted in my BurbNBougie subreddit. Apparently, bachelors are not wanted as tenants. Y'all have got to see this post. So the sign simply says, Bachelor not allowed as tenants by order managing committee. So Bachelor not allowed here. Okay, so this is what Vishal says. This is the most common notice in buildings across Indian cities, although it seems most widely in Mumbai. I've been hosting the popular show The Tenant on Money Control Com for the last 2 years, and every bachelor tenant I have met has shared their frustration in getting an apartment. One tenant even claimed that bachelors are almost considered as terrorists by building societies. The situation is complex, and it's unfair to blame landlords and building societies. Many of them begin by keeping the doors open to all segments and then notice multiple incidents, and thereafter close the door. Homeowners also have reservations as they are unsure if the young bachelor will treat the home well. Banning a segment altogether, then, is a low cost option to ensure limited complications. The fair strategy, although time consuming, would be that societies evaluate and interview every tenant with necessary costs imposed in case of misbehavior by the tenant. What do you think? I believe that many of these countries are in its find out stage. Basically, the patriarchy in India, the sexism in India, the misogyny in India is top tier, and it is biting them in the butt because these people are not being trained on how to live as an adult and live on their own. And I do believe this is one of the countries that did the sex selection and deleted many girl fetuses. And so there are not going to be nearly as many women to men to for these people to get married to. And on top of that, how women and wives are treated in this society is atrocious. Women and girls are basically the slaves of the household. And so even if there is a woman there and available, a lot of them are opting out of marriage because of this reason. And that's why they are in their find out season. And if these men do not learn how to cook and clean and take care of the home how they're supposed to, they are going to end up homeless. There needs to be some kind of Indian edition of the Old Man Mojo Dojo Casa House that will house these people. But they would have to know and understand how to actually cook and clean after them because they are not the little princes that they were being raised to be, because there is nobody that's going to be cleaning up after them. All right, let's get into some of the comments on his Instagram post. Rohit Soni says, can a lawyer give their insight on this? Can society put such blanket bans? If so, are flat owners obligated to follow? Jarl says, you can do whatever you want if your property. And in American, we can ban whatever the F we want. Kabiz says, as a former Airbnb host, I also had to decline bookings from male travelers and bachelors as they always left the place in a sorry state. Female tenants were never a problem. This person says, if you charge them a cleaning fee and it got cleaned from Urban Clap, they would happily pay it. And Kabiz says, if it was just dirt, it wouldn't be a problem. But of course, they needed to to be drunk and brawl in the building. And then this person says, I don't know why some people would do that. As a bachelor myself, it doesn't make sense to me. The Bajaran Anka says, I know. I actually clean up places and hostel rooms spotlessly before and after using them during my travels. I even use spray sanitizer and room fresheners to freshen the spaces, washrooms, and common areas wherever I go. Ileana says, we got our answer. Men need to learn how to stop expecting others to mother them. Latin says, since when did cleanliness become a gender specific thing? Obviously, this person doesn't know and understand how a patriarchy works. These people are not being raised to actually cook and clean for themselves. Andrew says, unfortunately, that's discrimination. Be glad you weren't sued. That's what Andrew said. Then Capiz says, we are not in the US, so go cry. He said, try that if you want to. Look at this. As a landlord myself, I fully agree with this post. Asteroid says, unfair to blame landlords. No, it's always fair to blame landlords. It's probably not. If you own a place and you have seen a certain demographic that keeps trashing it, it is, yeah, it makes sense to make sure that those people don't continue to come if it is a pervasive pattern. Romeo Charlie says one rotten fruit soils the lot. They usually do this due to one or two persons who ruin it for everyone else. At some point, these bachelors, these single men, will learn how to cook and clean for themselves and improve their misbehaviors. Oh, the person under that says, "Brother, I am a rotten fruit myself." He admits it. Now, some of the ladies on my BurbNBougie subreddit under this post says, yep, they can't clean after themselves. Either they clean their surroundings or take a shower, but never both. It was just here says they'll add this sign to the list of ways they're oppressed. This person with a bunch of letters says, where's the not all men brigade? 4B Forever says, this is so funny. Here in the US, they want to eventually abolish the laws that prevent discrimination. It may not go the way they want. And Account Necessary says, ha, I was just talking about this a couple of days ago. Was looking up some rental openings myself and put a filter for female only and got plenty of options. Male only just came with the general no preferences results. Even if you Google it, there's not really such a thing as landlords advertising for male only tenants unless they have some sort of extremist beliefs. Generally, women tend to be easier tenants than men. Like they said in the comments, not all landlords start out like this, but from terrible experiences with male tenants, they learn to be extremely picky with them or not consider them at all. I'm pretty sure it's illegal to deny based on gender, but they'll find some excuse. But like they said in the comments, they are not in the United States. So they might not have the set of rules that limit that they can discriminate. Anyways, jump in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. So, Kat is not my real name, posted this in the relationship subreddit. The title, Found My Husband's Dating Profile. Let's just jump right into it. They are both 49. She says, I found my husband has a profile set up on a dating site. We've been together over 30 years and have had ups and downs like all relationships. Recently been going through a real rocky patch after he had a mental breakdown late last year. I have been trying to support him despite having many of my own physical and mental health issues. I went up to bed one night and he had fallen asleep with his phone on his chest. So instead of waking him, I removed the phone from his chest in case he rolled over and the phone fell on the floor. This happens somewhat regularly. I removed the phone and put it between our pillows. Noticed phone screen was still on and there was a woman's face on the screen. I expected it to be corn, but something about the screen made me look again, and it was a dating site. I'm sorry, I was really worried he would wake up and see me looking at his phone, but snapped a quick pic with my phone because I was so shocked. I didn't know what to think or do. I didn't want to confront him there, and then so I backed out and put the phone down between the pillows as usual. My heart was pounding and I was shaking and couldn't sleep. So I was just laying there and woke up. Looked for phone, maybe a bit frantically, I'm not sure. Plugged it in and did something on there. I don't know what, and then went to sleep. The following day, I know I was more distant than usual and felt he was a bit sheepish or trying to gauge if I had seen anything. We are always open with our phones. We know each other's passcode and often use each other's phone in the car for music. I don't know if he has changed his passcode. I confided in a good friend who went to the dating site and made a fake profile, and they managed to find his profile. So I have screenshots of it, properly filled out as if he is looking. I have no idea. I'm sorry. I have no idea of who he was paying. Okay, I'm sorry. I guess it says I have no way of knowing if he is paying so he can send or receive messages, but there wasn't any on there when I first found the profile. Part of the problem with our relationship is that there is historic coercion that I have only recently come to understand and I'm struggling to process. And he is very insecure to the point he is suffocating, and he has accused me of having an affair with a mutual male friend that I am close to. I am not sure what I want here with this post, but just wanted to hear others' thoughts. I have thought seriously about ending the relationship, but it's 30 years. But also, I don't think I want to do another 30 years of this. I don't know how to confront him over this. There is so much more, but don't want to put it all up in case he sees this post and recognizes the situation. This is my alternative account. She is 49 years old. That is not that old. And you have done your duty. You have put in 30 years of your life. It is time to close this chapter and open a new one. I cannot imagine spending another day in a relationship with a person that has an active dating profile. She needs to put her ducks in a row and disentangle and do all of the things that she needs to do so she can get out of this relationship. She already is sitting up here questioning, which is good, but there is zero chance that this is going to end in a happily ever after and they grow old together, because 49 years old is not old at all. Okay, so what are some of the comments saying? Some tough love. As you two head into your 50s and 60s, what are the odds that you have a health crisis, maybe a knee replacement, gallbladder surgery, or a cancer scare? What are the odds that this is a man who won't dump you at the first inconvenience for him? Protect your assets, protect your retirement accounts from him spending them on a mistress. Consult a divorce lawyer. That is perfect. That is perfect. We've seen way too many times where a man just ups and bounces. He doesn't even really need a health scare to bounce, but this woman needs to put her survival at the forefront of her brain. This person says top notch advice, harsh, but please don't be naive. Protect yourself and remove the risk of any more damage being done. I see this going downhill so fast. You deserve to live out these next couple of decades with as little stress in your life as possible. Better to be at peace and on your own than in a relationship with no peace. Massachusetts Mama says, OP, all of this. Do not confront him until you have your part of the assets locked down. Contact a lawyer to see how to proceed. He's actively looking. If he finds the greener pastures, he's going to start looking to leave you, or at least cheat until he gets caught and then leave you. Don't fall for the sunk cost fallacy. Time is passing. Is this really what you want in a marriage? A outrageous alien says, best response I've seen. Make sure you're prepared for anything. Creepy Knight says, this should be the top comment. He's already looking for a replacement when something happens to her. And then this is where I was tagged. The lady at the bottom says, it's not divorce advice, it's financial advice. And honestly, everyone should be concerned about protecting their personal assets against the worst case scenarios, including but not limited to divorce. Absolutely. We need to make sure our financial health is healthy going into retirement. And being with somebody like this, she already said her mental and physical health are not that great. She's having challenges. Might as well make sure that she's getting all of this in healthy condition, finances, physical and mental, by leaving this person alone. All right, y'all, jump in the comments. Let me know what you think about this one. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. So my girl Creepy Nights is steadily posting good stuff in the BurbNBougie subreddit or tagging me. And she captioned this screenshot, men hates it when women are confident and secured in their relationship. Gotcha. So this is what this man says. He says, all girls want to be sexy. This is a discussion post. All girls want to be sexy. He says, forget rich or poor, conservative or liberal, educated or not educated. All girls want to be the hot girl. They all want attention the way influencers on Insta or TikTok get. They all wish they could make money on OF. And they all want to have good nookie. All of us. The only thing that stops them is a fear that they will be judged or some confidence issues that they are not as pretty as other girls. Of course, if a girl has trauma, that's a completely other issue, but I've overcome this with girls too. If you think some girl you're dating is too much of a good girl, think again. A little bit of encouragement and trust building, and she will happily send you sexy photos daily. Agree to new positions or acts. used toys, etc. If your girl dresses plain, buy her a sexy dress and watch her wear it. If she is too shy to wear thongs or lingeries, buy her some and watch her wear it. If she says she doesn't watch porn, she'll watch it with you. The list goes on. Nookie isn't the most important part of the relationship, but if it's important to you, know that you don't have to skip over the good girls or even the plain girls. On the flip side, there's no need to let already hot girls blind you and cause you to simp because any girl can be sexy. This advice and discussions that they have amongst themselves is like, what women are you talking to? What women are you talking to? And why do they just lump us together, but they do not like it when we lump them together. They really generalize, and I do not like the way they make us younger by consistently calling us girls. You know, between us women folk, we say girl, we say that, but we are not attempting to make ourselves younger. That's just something that we say euphemistically. But when men call women girls, it's just something about it. Okay, so all of women, no matter what, want to be the sexy girls, the hot girls. Nothing else to say. That's all we want. The crazy thing is, this was posted in the Passport Bros subreddit. So she captioned this, "Who ruined women again? The list to leave them alone goes on and on. This is what ramblings of a crazy person looks like. Stay in 4B, ladies." And Infomapaz says, "This is a problem that comes up over and over again, and it's a certain group of men mistaking their own desires with the reality. No, women are not all stuck in a beauty competition with a secret desire to be an OF model. You want that because if that were the case, you would have an argument to exchange money for favors with any woman you want." Bus for Ant says, "Dudes who do this crap want that so badly. If there were women paying to see weenie pics, OF would pretty much be the yellow pages." And somebody was like, "Weenie pics, LOL." Night Moose says, "Fear of being judged, whereas we're fearing for our lives because femicide rises each year depending on where you live." Exactly. That this is not what we fear. This is not what we are thinking about. We're trying to be, a lot of us are trying not to be noticed by these people, and they simply do not understand that. OG Bella Luna says, "And they're the ones judging us. I mean, honestly." OG Bella Luna says, "All women want this? Ladies, got it." This person says, or Trevor Teen Go says, "More manipulation from the manosphere. I'm glad that they're telling on themselves." And then I was like, "I'm glad you posted this screenshot." The PP Bros pulled it, saying it has nothing to do with being a passport bro. So I went over to the Passport Bros subreddit and pulled some of the comments. Brain Alert says, "This is the wrong sub. We don't want S workers and attention, ladies of the nights." Immigration Journey was talking about this part. They all want attention the way influencers on Insta and TikTok get. They all wish they could make money on OF. And they said, "Maybe we all wish to be attractive for our significant other, but what you said there isn't true at all. I have no wish of being a virtual lady of the night, and I'm sure many girls are the same." This person is wondering why they're talking about this on this sub. James Bond 007 Forever says, "Truer words have never been spoken." So he thinks he dropped the mic. Sage wisdom. "I remember having an ex who was Asian American, but very nerdy, shy, conservative type, and would wear a slip, kind of like shorts, under every skirt, even if they were knee length. I bought her super sexy lingeries, including one of the tiniest G-strings I could ever find in neon green. I would call it the lime green special, or LGS for short. She would only wear it during Nookie instead of all the time, since she thought thongs and G-strings were uncomfortable and Jezebel-like. But boy, did she look hot in it. I'd also request to leave the heels on. And we turned what would have been a boring and unhappy Nookie life into a steamy, passionate, love-filled one instead." Yes, so this is an ex, and he still let her go, despite the fact that it was all of this. And you wonder how these people are fumbling the bag. Are they just simply putting women into categories and then getting tired of them? Who knows? But the way they dehumanize women, it is no wonder that, and the way they are talking will keep them single for a long, long time. All right, jump in the comments. Let me know what you think about this one. Don't forget to like, comment, share.